Start.
Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to another webinar class for intermediate students. First of all, on behalf of the students, I would like to thank our Secretary Ramana Kumar sir, Deputy Secretary Prasad sir, and Zoology Coordinator Krishnavani madam for providing these valuable classes to the intermediate students. Thank you. And dear students, let's come to our class. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is uh, the excretory products and their elimination. Okay, so let us start the class. So excretory products and elimination. Before going to learn about this chapter, first of all, let's know what is the necessity of excretion. What is the need actually to excrete something? Definition, let's see. The excretion is necessary for elimination of nitrogenous waste from the body and to maintain water balance and ionic composition of the extracellular fluids in the body. Let's say on the screen, on the slide, you can see in the left side, you can see the dustbins, isn't it? And the right side, you can see the household waste which is produced in our homes every day. So however we produce the waste every day in our homes, in the same way, our body also produces some kind of waste in the body. This waste is called the metabolic waste. Dear students, hope you are able to understand. So this metabolic waste must be eliminated from the body. Most of the times this metabolic waste is of nitrogenous waste. Okay, so this nitrogenous waste should be sent out of the body time to time. Let's see what are the types of waste that we produce. We produce solid waste, liquid waste, and gaseous waste. What are these? Let's see. Solid waste is nothing but the fecus, okay, feces that we produce, that we send out every day. And next, liquid waste. Liquid waste is the sweat. By the process of perspiration, we secrete the sweat, isn't it? And the urine, we urinate in every 3 hours, isn't it? That is also the waste. And gaseous waste is here in the respiration process. There is the release of carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide gas is the one of the wastes, isn't it? So these kinds of waste must be eliminated from the body. Solid waste is produced by the digestive system, liquid waste is produced by the excretory system, and gaseous waste produced by respiratory system, isn't it? So main importantly, we discuss about the liquid waste, that is produced by the filtration of the blood. Here at the left side, you can see a Bowman's capsule. This is a part of the kidney. In the right side, you can see the diagram of kidney. Kidneys are important for us because they filter the blood. So whatever the waste substances are there, whatever the nitrogenous waste is there, by the process of metabolic activities, it is produced. This waste, first of all, mixes with the blood. Okay? Blood is a fluid connective tissue. You know that it is helpful for the transport of materials. So this waste materials will go through the kidney, and there in the kidney it gets filtered. Okay? So in the filtration process, there will be the formation of urine. So this whole process is called as excretion. Okay. Hope you got a primary idea about what is meant by excretion. Let's learn the next slide. What we learn from this chapter called body fluids and their elimination. Let's see excretory products and their elimination. From this chapter, we are going to learn the biological process, a life process, which is excretion. Okay, and we will be learning about from under the excretion. We learn about excretory system and biochemical process which is involved in the process of excretion. Okay. Under the excretory system, we learn about the different organs involved in the excretion. They are kidneys, they are the most important excretory organs, and ureters, urinary bladder, and nephron. In the structure of kidney, we also study the most important structure called nephron also. Under the biochemical process, we learn about the formation of urine because that is where, after the filtration of blood, urine is formed by three steps. The first step is glomerular filtration. Second step is tubular reabsorption. The third is tubular secretion. We learn about these steps in deep. Okay, let's learn further the modes of excretion according to the product that we eliminate from the body. According to the excretory product, we can classify animals into three types. Okay, they are ammonotelic animals, ureotelic animals, and uricotelic animals. Here you can see the sentence, animals cannot eliminate free nitrogen which is produced in the body. That's why the metabolism of amino acids and nucleic acids produce ammonia. So instead of excreting the nitrogen in the free form, we are converting the nitrogen into ammonia. Right? This ammonia further converted into urea and uric acid. Okay, and animals eliminate these substances in the form of ammonia, urea, and uric acid. These are the primary products that we use for the elimination of nitrogenous waste. Let's see the types of animals. First of all, ammonotelism. It is one of the phenomena where animals excrete nitrogen in the form of ammonia. The name itself says ammonotelism. That means the animals which excrete ammonia called ammonotelic animals. This process is called. Here is the ammonia formed by oxidative deamination of amino acids in the liver. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, isn't it? Right? So the oxidative deamination, it is the biochemical process. By this process, the ammonia is produced, and this process takes place in the liver. Okay. Ammonia is very highly toxic and readily soluble in water. Hence, it should be eliminated. It is very highly toxic. Ammonia amounts, if the ammonia amounts are increased in the body, ammonia reaches to the brain and it causes the nerves problem. So we get problem in control and coordination. So that's why it should be eliminated. It is eliminated in the form of a dilute solution. Mostly ammonia is eliminated by aquatic animals. So aquatic animals mostly eliminate ammonia because for the elimination of ammonia, we require a lot of water. Okay, so that's why since aquatic animals, their habitat is water, they have plenty of water available. So that's why the aquatic animals do not convert ammonia into other form. They eliminate ammonia as it is in the water. Okay, let's learn the next type, that is ureotelism. That means elimination of urea. Okay, elimination of nitrogen in the form of urea is called ureotelism. Okay, these animals are called ureotelic animals. Terrestrial animals, that means the animals which live on land, called terrestrial. Terrestrial animals excrete urea for conservation of water. Just now I said, to eliminate ammonia, we require a lot of water. The animals which live on terrestrial region, on the land, they have less water available comparatively. That's why they convert this ammonia into urea and they eliminate. So here they are conserving water, they are saving the water, isn't it? So it is produced by the ornithine cycle in the liver. Ornithine cycle is it is also called as a urea cycle. In this ornithine cycle, harmful ammonia converts into urea. Okay, so ammonia is highly toxic than the urea. So this conversion of ammonia into urea is called ornithine cycle, which takes place in the liver. Oxidative deamination also takes place in the liver. Just now we have discussed. So urea is 10,000 times less toxic than ammonia. Have you seen this? Urea is less toxic than ammonia, so that's why they need less water to eliminate. Most of the terrestrial animals, that means land living animals like amphibians and mammals, excrete urea. Okay, right? Let's see the next. The next type is urecotelism. Urecotelism means the animals which excrete nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid are called uricotelic animals. So this phenomena is called urecotelism. Okay, the name itself says ureco, that means release of elimination of uric acid. It is formed from ammonia in the liver by reptiles, birds, and in some arthropods. Okay, in arthropods, this is done by Malpighian tubules. In reptiles and birds, this uric acid is formed by liver, and arthropods it is by Malpighian tubules. Uric acid is less toxic than urea. Okay, and it is insoluble in water, hence excreted as semi-solid paste or semi-solid pellets. That's why the excretion of bird is semi-solid. It requires less water for the elimination, so the animals can conserve the water even more, isn't it? Example, arthropods, all the insects, and land snails and reptiles, birds. These animals excrete uric acid. Okay, so they excrete nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid. Let's learn further. Now, let us learn about the excretory system. Just now, I have shown you the pie chart that what we are going to learn from excretory system. So excretion. So in that, first of all, we learn about the organs which are involved in the excretory system, that is kidneys, the excretory system. Let's learn further human excretory system. So here you can see there are different parts in the excretory system. Renal vessels, that means renal artery and renal vein. I will locate them. See, renal artery means the pipe-like structure, the blood vessel which is getting inside the kidney, which is supplying the blood to the kidney, is called renal artery. Next is the renal vein, which is taking the blood from the kidney. Okay, that is called renal vein. Next, kidneys. You can see the kidney structure here. We learn about the structure of kidney in next slide. Next, ultrastructure of kidney. We will be studying about the ultrastructure of the kidney also. A nephron is located inside the kidney, and there are ureters. Okay, they put out the urine which is formed in the kidney, and they connect kidneys with the urinary bladder, and this is the urinary bladder you're able to see. This is the human excretory system, the diagram of human excretory system. You have to draw it, and you have to label the parts as well. Let's learn further about the kidney and their structure. Okay, let's see the structure of kidney now. Kidneys are reddish brown in color, and they are of bean shaped. You can see they are looking like a bean, isn't it? So they are reddish brown in structure, the same color which is shown in the slide, and they are bean shaped. And they are called retroperitoneal organ because they are not completely present in the body cavity. Okay, they are little away from the body cavity, and they go into the mesoderm as well. That's why they are called retroperitoneal. So most of our organs are peritoneal organs. All the digestive system and heart, lungs, all these are called peritoneal organs. But kidneys are not the peritoneal organs. Okay. Next, hilum is the inner deep notch. This is called the hilum. You can see the notch inside. That is called the hilum. And kidneys are covered by the external fibrous capsule, which is useful for the protection. Okay. Let's see what are the different parts present in the kidney. Kidneys have different parts like cortex, which is the external layer. Okay, external layer of kidney is called as the cortex from here to here, and inner medulla. This is called the medullary region. Cortex means outer, which is present at outside, and medulla is present inside. Next, the renal artery, the blood vessel which supply the blood to the kidney is called renal artery, and renal vein. You can see the blue colored one, which takes the blood from the kidney. Next, renal pelvis. This is called renal pelvis. Next, ureter. Ureter is the pipe-like structure which is connecting kidneys with the urinary bladder. Next, renal pyramids. You can see in the inner medulla, there are pyramid-like structures. Here you can see. These pyramid-like structures are called renal pyramids. There is a gland located just above the kidney called as adrenal gland. Calyx means this structure is called as calyx. The branch-like structure which is originating in the renal pelvis is called as calyx. And hilum, just now I told you, hilum is a deep notch in the kidney. These are the different parts of the kidney. Okay, so you must draw this diagram and locate the labelings as well. Okay, dear students, this is very important from your NEET exam, also for the MSET and other exams. Okay, that's why you need to draw this. Let's learn further. Let's go to the next slide. Kidney. Let's learn about the kidney now. Just now I told you different parts of the kidney, and now we will discuss the ultrastructure of the kidney. The outer part of the kidney, called as outer cortex, and it is covered by the fibrous capsule, isn't it? So inner medulla. Medulla contain multiple cone-shaped masses of tissues called renal pyramids. Just now I told you, these are the renal pyramids. You can see on the slide. And if you take one single pyramid, it looks like this. Okay. So if you take one pyramid, ultrastructure of the renal pyramid look like this, and here in the renal pyramid you can see the structural and functional units of kidney, that is nephrons, isn't it? So this is nephron, and this part is taken from the renal pyramid. Let me locate you where it is present. Dear students, see here. So this is taken here. Okay. So if you see the ultrastructure of it, you can find many tiny structural and functional units, and they are called as nephrons. Renal pyramids are separated by projections of cortex called the column of Bellini. So here you can see in between the renal pyramids there are columns, isn't it? These are called column of Bellini. Let me locate them. So column of Bellini are located here. You can see. So these are the columns of Bellini. They separate the renal pyramids. Let's learn further. Each pyramid is terminated into renal papillae, and the papillae open into calyces, which are formed by the renal pelvis. So here in the structure, you can find the renal papillae. Okay, dear students, this is the structure, ultrastructure of the kidney. Now we will learn about the ureter and urinary bladder. Ureters are walls of the walls of ureters are lined by transitional epithelium, and it opens into the urinary bladder. Ureters, just now I located them. They are located. They are connecting the kidneys with the urinary bladder, isn't it? So here there are the ureters, and their walls are made up of transitional epithelium. That means it's an epithelium which has different kinds of cells with different shapes. That's called transitional epithelium. Okay. And next, urinary bladder. It is the storage sac. It is the storage sac. You can see here, and it is lined by again transitional epithelium, which leads to urethra. Urethra is located here. Okay, through urethra we send the urine outside. This urinary bladder has sphincters. Okay, namely internal and external sphincters. Okay, internal sphincter and external sphincter. Internal sphincter is under the control of the brain, and external one is under the control of the brain, and internal one is involuntary. Okay, so the whenever we find the sensation of urinating, that's called micturition. At that time, we relax these urethral sphincters and we eliminate the urine outside of the body. Okay, dear students, this is the structure of ureters and urinary bladders. Let's see further about the structure of nephron. Just now I shown you the structure of nephron, where they are located. They are basically located at the renal pyramids, okay, in the inner medulla. And nephrons are located in the cortex region also. From cortex to medulla, they extend, okay. So I will tell you about the types of nephrons in the next slide as well. So study of nephron is called as nephrology, and it is the structural and functional unit of the kidneys. These are structural and functional units, and the main parts of the nephron are already given here, the structure you can see, and now I will locate different parts of it. See here the glomerulus Malpighian capsule. This is called the Malpighian capsule, and the network of tubular, not network of blood vessels, which is present in the Bowman's capsule, is called as glomerulus. And renal tubule. Tubule means this tubular network of the blood vessels around the nucleus, around this PCT and DCT, and the nephron is called as renal tubule. This is PCT, means proximal convoluted tubule, and the next one is distal convoluted tubule. Okay, the network of capillaries at the Bowman's capsule are called as proximal convoluted tubule, and after the Henle's loop you find this DCT, which is distal convoluted tubule. The next is the Henle's loop. Here at the down you can see the U-shaped covering of blood vessels. You can see this is called the Henle's loop. There are some other parts also, like collecting duct, okay, secondary coiled tubules and everything. So these are the major parts of the nephron, the structure of nephron. It is very important for NEET exam and also for MSET and all your IPE exams. So that's why you need to draw this diagram in the running notes and label all the parts. Dear students, let's learn further. Right. Let's see the ultrastructure of the nephron. In the nephron, I said you that there is a Malpighian corpuscle or Malpighian body. Let's learn about the Malpighian body, and I will locate where it is present also. This is the Malpighian body, which you are able to see. The U-shaped structure you can see along with the glomerulus, the Bowman's capsule and the glomerulus, both together called as Malpighian corpuscle or Malpighian body. Glomerulus is made up of network of capillaries. Just now I told you, right? Next, inner walls of the Bowman's capsule are contain podocytes with filtration slits. Okay. This Bowman's capsule, which you are able to see the U-shaped structure. The U-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule, and it contains podocytes. Okay, they have filtration slits. That means the small holes to that, and these are called, the holes are called as the filtration slits. They are so minute and they are helpful for receiving the liquid part, the waste materials from the blood. Okay. Urine is basically being filtered in the glomerulus in the Bowman's capsule, and this filtered urine is received by this Bowman's capsule with the help of these filtration slits. The pores in the capillaries are called as fenestrations. Okay, glomerulus contain different network of blood vessels, and this network of blood vessels, these capillaries, contains the minute holes. They are called as the fenestrations. These pores. Next, renal tubule. Renal tubule, we learn about the PCT and DCT. PCT is thin, and their walls of PCT are thin and walls of DCT are thick. Let me locate PCT. This is the PCT, and here there is a DCT, distal convoluted tubule. So what is the cascade of the urine, where the urine goes from which part to which part? Let's see. First of all, the urine is filtered and comes to the renal tube. Then it goes into the initial collecting duct. Then it enters the straight collecting duct. Then it goes to the medullary pyramid of the kidney. Just now I located them. Then it goes through the column of Bellini, next renal papillae and renal pelvis. Finally, ureter, and from ureter it goes to the urinary bladder, and from urinary bladder to urethra. Finally, it is sent outside. This is the pathway of the urine. Okay. Okay, dear students, let's learn further. Right. Types of nephron. Okay, so there are two kinds of nephrons according to the location and the size. We have classified them into juxtamedullary nephrons and cortical nephron. Dextramedullary nephrons are extending from cortex to the medulla. Here you can see this part is cortex. Let me show you with the help of arrow marks. Okay, this part is called as cortex and this part is called medulla. So if they are extending from, if the kidneys are extending from cortex to medulla, they are called juxtamedullary nephron. Here I have shown you, here I have gave sentence, Malpighian capsule PCT DCT lies in the cortex, whereas Henle's loop is extending to the medullary region, which is called juxtamedullary nephron. Here you can see this is the Henle's loop extending from cortex to the medulla. Okay. The next type is cortical nephrons. In the cortical nephrons are located only in the cortex, region of cortex. You can see here. These are the cortical nephrons. They are located only in the purview of the cortex of the kidney. They are not extending to the medulla region. Hence, they are called as cortical nephron. You can see here they have short Henle's loop. Okay, and the vasa recta capillaries surround the Henle's loop. Okay, so this is the these are the types of the nephrons that are existing in the body. Let us recap again about what we have learned. Let's see. We have learned about the structure of kidneys, structure of nephron, and you can see here, and structure of nephron and the structure of excretory system, isn't it? So finally we will recap what we have learned. Okay, let's see. The modes of excretion also we have learned. We covered about the modes of excretion, which are of three types. Let me recap them shortly. They are ammonotelic animals, ureotelic animals, and uricotelic animals according to the product that they eliminate. Ammonotelism, ureotelism, and uricotelism. If they are excreting ammonia, nitrogen in the form of ammonia, they are called ammonotelic animals. If they are excreting urea They are called as ureotelic animals. If they are excreting nitrogen in the form of uric acid, they are called uricotelic animals. Next, we have studied the structure of kidney, and there we studied there are two parts in the kidney, outer cortex and inner medulla. And cortex has fibrous capsule covered, and inner medulla contain basically the medullary pyramids and where the nephrons are present. We have also studied about the structure of nephron. In the structure of nephron, we have learned about the Malpighian body, which has two parts in it, the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule. Next, we learned about the ureters, which are pipe-like structures connecting the kidneys with the urinary bladder. And we studied about the urinary bladder also. It is the storage sac of the urine. Okay, around 600 to 800 ml of urine. Whenever it is filled with 600 to 800 ml, we get the sensation and called micturition sensation, urinating sensation. That's why we go to urine. Okay. So finally, the urinary bladder is the storage sac of the urine. Next, we studied the types of nephrons as well. There are two types of nephrons according to the location and according to extension of the Henle's loop. Nephrons are of two types. First type is, what is the first type? Juxtamedullary nephrons, and the second type is cortical nephrons. Juxtamedullary nephrons have a long Henle's loop which is extending to the medullary region of the kidney. Okay, and the cortical nephrons are short in structure, and their Henle's loop and their complete structure is existing in the cortex region of the nephron, isn't it? Let us learn further in the next class. And now let me give you some of the assignment related to this class. What you need to do is draw a labeled diagram of longitudinal section of kidney. Okay, so in the first slide or second slide, I have shown this. You see that. Next, draw the structure of nephron. This is also given. The F is not printed, okay, not typed, no problem. So draw the structure of nephron, and next explain excretory system. Here you have to draw the diagram, and you need to write the labelings, and there and each of the labeling and each of the structure also you must write. Next, the types of nephron. Finally, we had the types of nephron. We studied about the types of nephron as well. Let me show you again. This is the structure of kidney, which we have studied. You have to draw this diagram and label the parts. And here there is a structure of nephron. You need to draw this diagram. Okay. So simply you can pause the video and you can draw the diagram whenever you are watching it. Okay. And this is the structure of excretory system, the complete excretory system. And you must know about the last one, which is the types of nephron, and cortical nephron. These are the different types of nephron present in the body. Okay, so this is what we have learned so far. Thank you, dear students, for listening and understanding. So I hope you have understood this class. Thank you so much. We will be learning the next part of this chapter in the next class. Thank you. This is Kumar, PGT in Zoology, signing off.